Hello everyone, this is Lam. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to use these colors. Mostly I want to try out the Artist Loft metallic yellow and metallic orange. I don't use these colors usually, so I want to try that out. And that is my approach to paintings, that I want to try at least one new thing with each painting just to keep it fresh. So I am randomly drizzling paint in the puddle and not knowing exactly what I'm doing. But I just went through the list of colors, but I was thinking maybe I shouldn't use the green, so I am leaving the green and the blue and just using the red and orange and yellow. And then I decided to swipe. And I'm not trying to make cell here. I am still using my regular Mod Podge pouring medium mix, so it's not going to have cells. But I'm just trying to get the colors to spread out in different combinations, because I want to see how that works. And okay, so I swiped it and then I decided to blow it with a straw. And blow, blow, blow. I should have used the air gun, but hey, this works. And then now I get this tool. I'm trying to get some more lines, like some ripply lines, but that doesn't seem to work out too well. So I take out my bamboo skewer and started just dragging it randomly in and out and see if I can get anything interesting out of it. Yeah, it's fun to play. And now since I have a black base coat here, it is hard for some of the colors to show if it is too thin. And also I was worried about dragging it too much, that it would muddy up the color. So decided to tilt a little bit, see if that would give me some interesting pattern. Right now, not feeling it. So next step, balloon. Now remember, this is a black base coat, so it works different from a white base coat. I usually use a white base coat, so when I do the balloon, it would take out the white underneath and that would add highlight. But since it's a black base coat, black is not a highlight color. It is more like a sinking color, that I call it. It darkens everything. So if anything, taking up dark would just blur things. So here I keep rolling, and there's some kind of pretty color mixes, but on the whole, it is not giving me the highlights, contrast, and definition that I was hoping for. Well, of course, what did I expect? It's a black base coat. And I do like working with a black base sometimes, because it does add dimension to the painting. Because black is the dark color that tend to recede, so that gives kind of a depth to it. It gives it some dimension. However, I'll have to make sure that I have enough highlights to so that I can have the light value to contrast with the dark value of the black. And right now, it is looking more interesting, but I want some more definition. And the overall composition is still a mess. Let's face it, it is a mess. So I think about it for a while and I do the balloon some more. But of course, the more I roll, the more black I'm going to take out, and it is not going to help that much. So, bamboo sticks some more. And it is okay to randomly roll and play. And I am cautious, but I try not to be afraid of messing it up because we can fix it. At this point, we can still fix a lot of things. So now the question is what to do next. And I get out my cotton balls and try to do smaller rolls and see if I can make some smaller flowers or add some definitions. But the problem is the paint is getting thin, so the more I dig, the more black I'm going to dig up, and that is going to make the whole thing less defined and actually darker. Well, in that part I'm actually trying to bring out, like cut off a section of that or something. But on the whole, I don't think the amount of paint on the canvas is going to support any more balloon rolls or cotton ball rolls without getting muddy or dark. And I really love the vibrancy of this color palette, so I want to keep as much vibrant colors as possible. So I'm just digging, keep digging, fixing little things. But on the whole, I'm not getting the kind of composition or focal points that I need. I really love the colors, it's just I try to get it into shape. Because to me, shape is very important, composition is very important. I don't want it to just look like a mess. Even though it's abstract, I mean, it is allowed to be a mess, but to me, even though it's abstract, it still needs to have some focus and need to somewhat make sense. So to me, there are still so much possibility I can see, but I just need to add more to it. So I start drizzling more colors, more paint on the place that I want to make my focal point. And I am doing the reds and purples and white and orange and yellow in this patch. And then I still have some green, so I'm putting this light gold that has a green tint on it, and then I put some yellow, and then I drizzle the green, because I'm thinking if I make flowers there, then I need some leaves for the flowers. And right now it doesn't look like anything, it just looks like a mess. But that's okay. There is method to the madness. Okay, so balloon, because I have so much paint there. I can use the balloon again. Now I am actually rolling out. Usually when I balloon roll, I roll in to make flowers, but this time I am actually rolling out to try to make it look like leaves. I mean, it's not going to be perfect leaves. It's not like the mallet smashes, but it still has some kind of pointy leaf shape. That's what I was going for. I mean, I could mallet smash, but I didn't feel like it. Now I'm actually rolling in, because after I roll out and everything's going out, so I want part of it to go up and in, so there'll be some contrast and make it more interesting. And also I'm starting to get to the edge of the flowers, which is the edge of the orange and yellow and red. And now I'm doing the flowers, and I'm doing short little rows, more like a dip than a row, because the paint is so thick, so it is more like a balloon dip with a little row, and then I just let the paint develop, just bloom into flowers. And again, it takes a few tries, because it is paint. It's not completely controllable. It's not like we are painting flowers with a brush. We are actually working with the fluid dynamics of the paint. So there is never perfect control of how it's going to turn out. Like there, the middle of that flower is getting too dark for me, because I am digging it too much, so it's digging down to the base coat, so time to add a little bit more. And that's the thing with my balloon rolls, it takes a lot of paint, a thick layer of paint, for it to work to produce the kind of flowers that I make. And it is different from Heather Mader's balloon rolls. Her kind of balloon roll needs the paint to be thin, and mine is the opposite approach. Mine are, just thicker layer of paint, and then I roll it and then let it kind of bloom on itself. And then if I don't like it, I add more paint and roll it again. Like here, I mean, how many layers have I drizzled? But that's how you get that richness of the petals. See, after all these layers, I cover it with white. Always need a lot of white, because white is the highlight color. Okay, more balloon roll. There, now we're talking. You see that? You see that? Now we're getting flowers. And this is the kind of flowers that I like. It has great white petals with subtle variegated colors. See, now it's really blooming. It still takes some finesse, but mostly this is coming together. And look at that, I'm really liking it now. After all this time. Okay, that one little section is a little too much black, so I add a little bit more. Did a little cotton ball thing. And just fixing little things now. Overall, I love the shapes of these flowers. And this whole bunch of stuff is just coming together because of the flowers. And that's what I mean by composition. Even though it is abstract, it needs to have a focal point. If the focal point is good, then you have a sense of completion, that the whole painting, the whole picture comes together. But if we don't have a strong focal point, then everything seems scattered. There is no focus, there's no meaning to it. And that's my philosophy anyway. Because even when it comes to abstract, I mean, I've seen a lot of abstract paintings. They are nice, but they look more like a background rather than a standalone composition, because I just don't see a focus. I don't see a focal point in those. So for me, if I'm going to paint something, if I'm going to create a standalone painting, I want it to have a focal point that your mind can hold on to, kind of make sense to it. And at least as an artist, I want to make sense of my painting, of my composition, because to me, art is communication. I have something to communicate. Even though it's not clear, the message may not be clear, but I want to communicate something that I find beautiful and I find meaningful. So that's why I make art, and that's what I want my art to make people feel, that they can look at it and see some sort of meaning, see some sort of inspiration and feel happy about it. Okay, so I finally decide it is done. Torch it. Yes, final torch. I'm really happy with this. Happy with the flowers, happy with the colors, happy with the leaves. Yeah, I think this is a success. Took me a while, but I get there. Now here I'll show you the close-up. Look at those flowers and the details. And the colors so vibrant. I just love this color combination. I've never used that metallic yellow and that metallic orange before, and I really like them. They play well with the quinacridone violet. And look at the flowers, I just love them. And I didn't expect it to work out this way. And I started with something totally different in mind, but this is what it is, and it looks better than I expected. And it's just a good feeling when something like that, it went south and then it turned around and becomes something gorgeous. And that's the beauty of making art. We have no control of the outcome, but we can always hope, and as long as we don't give up, something will come out of it. Now here is the dry result. Dry beautifully. Yes, I just love the cheerful color and the intricacy of the details and the depth of it. And well, I'm going to put this painting in my Etsy shop, so the link is in the description box. If you like, you can go check that out. And I also want to announce that I have started a Facebook group for my artwork, and I am going to start doing live stream painting sessions there. And I'm excited about it because I have so many painting videos. It would take me months to get them edited and get them on YouTube because I'm just so busy. But I do want to share with you my latest techniques and experiments, color combinations that I am trying out. I literally try out new things every day, and I want to share it to you. So I thought about doing it on YouTube, but I'm too scared. YouTube is such an open platform, and I am just a little bit too shy. So I think a good happy medium is to do it in my Facebook group so that I know that you guys who sign up are my friends. So it's more of a friendly setting that I feel more comfortable sharing. And so if you're interested, the link is in the description box, and I am looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your encouragement and support. You have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you next time.